NDC for they are trying to find every ways and means. Say ombetimi aboa President Mahama amanetimi sign LGBTQ plus bill no. Now obekaya from my previous video I made mention say na nkomo kwako discuss about the LGBTQ bill no, but omukoye no na obi akoyi bill na yedai e dey free other papers nim ene na omukoye meeting na parliament Mr Speaker e kire mu say ono ne koyi bill na yedai e dey free other papers nim na de ente okoyi free mu no. We are going to dive into the video. The main reason why oyi at the end of the day free mu into no. Let's dive into the video and see what is really happening. But before we dive into the video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, you share, you comment, and then hit the notification bell so that anytime I drop a new video, be announced on Akabi. So without further much ado, let's dive into the video. Mahama Ajarega, ese or no, at this point he doesn't think say I was say yes, I go through bill no BBI. We should stick with what the 8th Parliament near day a passing at all. Yen little bit sad, because see, I didn't say, I didn't say, it is going to take longer than expected. Now, maybe question here say, NDC for must say, we are very support of what bill pass it and people force they support it. Sounds like President Mahama himself or say or no 100% involved, and when it comes to the bill signing now money about 20 table so and ne or best signing and ne 30 minutes kwanya day emetoso sana Mahama yarega eka.
And secondly, on the issue of LGBTQ, I remain convinced that the fastest way to enact the LGBTQ is if we assume that the bill has been passed by Parliament, in which case what is left is just the assent. That's the fastest way. If you recall, the bill spent close to 1 year in this chamber. The bill spent close to 1 year in this chamber. So if we bring it back and start all over again, I cannot tell how long the bill will be in this house. Okay? Now,
in the area no wo kire mu say time ono ne minority leader no onim say see sign bill and e pass bill ne pushing it out to my president in Kenya. The president can do whatever he wants with the bill. Now right now obey majority leader no emwo hu say yes hanete into consult draft team no omo draft bill no eno okọ say yam passing it out to mpa fa nko president in punchen enti ye no say mpanifo ni bimpo etro letter threaten parliament no na no kra mpo no odwene ho mpa wonyanye wonte ase ade komponti a etesa no we betimi ayedai atro letter threaten parliament so yenya ne hwe.
I took a position that once the bill was transmitted to the presidency, then it was within the bosom of the presidency to decide what to do with it. But after sitting, I consulted the drafting office, and the drafting office reported to me that the bill was never transmitted to the presidency. That was the report I got. That because officials appointed by the NPP sitting at the presidency wrote a letter threatening this parliament not to bring the bill there. The party of Honorable Deputy Chief Whip, his party threatened parliament not to bring the bill to the presidency. And today you are sitting here and pretending and behaving as if you are so interested in having the bill enacted, when you had every opportunity in this country to have the bill enacted and assented to by the president. Nana Akufo-Addo, you refused to give the assent. There were demonstrations in this country, demonstrations upon demonstrations. just to get the assent. And you refused. Some of us went to court to try and compel him. You refused. To get a mandamus to compel him. You refused. Today, you are pretending to Ghanaians that you are so interested in the LGBTQ legislation. And we in the NDC, who did everything to get you to give the assent, you are creating an impression that we are no longer committed to the bill. I thought the fastest way is to treat the bill as having been passed. But if you want us to start all over again, I want to assure you that this side of our house is ready to start all over again. So, Mr. Speaker, like I indicated, we are in your hands. Give us directives, what you think. I am told that the bill was never transmitted to the presidency. So if the bill was not transmitted to the presidency to be assented to after it had been passed by this House, Mr. Speaker, it creates quite a legal issue. So I thought that we should wait for you to come and give us some direction on the matter, and then we can proceed. But let me give every assurance that we are ready to pass this bill as a House on this side. And let me also give you assurance that I have personally spoken with the President, and he has no hesitation to sign if this Parliament should pass the bill. Unlike his predecessor, who did everything to avoid giving assent to this bill, including threatening Parliament. I am surprised that a sitting president has threatened the legislature and nothing has been done about it. A secretary to the president writes a letter threatening the clerk that he should cease and desist every effort to present a bill duly passed by this House, and nothing has happened to him. This raises serious constitutional matters, and if the independence and autonomy and integrity of this Parliament is to be restored, action must be taken. He should be referred to Privileges Committee for writing to this House and threatening this House and stopping this House from exercising its constitutional responsibility. This is a matter that should go to Privileges Committee, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, we should not countenance behavior like that, where this Parliament is stopped from performing its constitutional duties. But, Mr. Speaker, be that as it may, as I've indicated, we are in your hands, waiting for your direction. Tell us what you think, and we will do as you direct. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And this is from my previous video, no. In Team Fojo, ebeye video be say or say, tell me no more discuss about LGBTQ plus bill no. Omo call ya that night no. Obi wura kuntona se koyi bill ni e free papers name, other papers name. Enti a moment me anya dey and discuss it. That is what in Team Fojo said. Let's watch the video.
That's yes, sir. Bill, Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, no. Yeah, they say other people need to say, yeah, baby take it near start it up and and now, young to me and rule and your sorry say, and yeah, they say, and ne, yeah, babania baby to us, and nearby, and this is for now, quack we are to actually. They be say, one more majority leader say, Omuni Mohe, now speakers will name Mohe, clerks will name Mohe, first deputy speakers will name Mohe, yeah, besides and penny for ya almost so muni Mohe, a wine signature. And approval bill no could do penso a gazette here ebeto other people so yeah ma kwan ma NDC for emfa Ghana for adwen sabi eni agro yeah ma kwan NDC for emfa Ghana for adwen ni agro kopase just 11-12 months ago politics and propaganda NDC for the sa bill ye say MPP aban and so gain some so and so yeah pencil yeah passe and then woman pencil omo ejane free ho ye demand say baby a bill no omo awiade akose bia no won san fa meto other people ne so na enani na ya emprempren ya ye passe fama Ghana for sanse na nanoma hemfo aso for imam for empeni ene mofra dodo na ohamu nchichemu aduokro miensa ena hwehwemu ada di se Ghana ha say what the LGBT nsam edi agro ɛyɛ aniberesɛm de ma wɔm, ɛyɛ tiwadeɛ kɛseɛ de ma wɔm, ɛyɛ ambodin kɛseɛ de ma wɔm. ɛno nti na berɛ a President Mahama baa so a ne mpɛn so mmeranteɛ mmienu free South Africa ɛnya baabi anyina sɛ Independence Square bɛfefe wɔn ano wɔ hɔ sɛ wɔn yɛ gayfoɔ no wɔn aware nti Ghanafoɔ nso ɛnware bi saa a aban panin bi antumi anka hwee obiara ntumi ankyere no national security obiara anka hwee ankyere no na wɔn san ɛkɔ United Nations Human Rights Council kɔka sɛ ɛba no LGBT nsɛm afei de wɔn dwane wɔn da ntamu no yɛ mo wɔn kwan ma parliament a wɔn medwane mfiri ho baabi a bill no sɛ bia no ɛne ya wɔn ɛmfamra yɛ mo wɔn kwan ɛmo mu nwane mfiri ho. They must bring the bill ne yɛm pass na Ghanafoɔ akoma ɛnto wɔn yɛm wei ɛnyɛ politics ne ɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ bill no wɔn ɛhwɛ anim yɛm pass ma wɔn NDC-foɔ mo mfamra ne yɛnyina no yɛ ma kwan ɛmo bia medada obia.
Enti ene parliament ena Mr. Speaker ebe ya betum se eye wono ena okoyi LGBTQ plus all the bills no a free other papers nim. The reason why he did that no or say the 8th parliament no everything they did is dead. So everything concerning the new parliament, which is the 9th parliament no, right now everything is what to be set straight by doing it new. Into no yebene for there. There's no need say you sign courtness near sign the 8th parliament near the other 2 other papers in into free other papers in him. Let's listen to what he said.
To the bill, as you know, the 8th parliament is history. So are all the businesses that were pending in the 8th parliament. They all ended with the 8th parliament. And so we have a new parliament, the 9th parliament. And therefore what was pending there came to an end and had to be reintroduced. And so it was reintroduced. In spite of the challenges I had with the former president, it was actually transmitted to the former president. They wrote to tell us that they will not assent to it. The only constitutional error they committed was they didn't give us the reasons why they will not assent to it. And they did not also transmit the bill back to us. They imprisoned it there. And so we didn't get the bill back. So the 9th parliament on resumption took back the bill, and as you recall, that's a private member's bill. And so members of this house took it up. They've gone through the whole process as detailed out in our standing orders. But as it went through the process, the new government indicated that they wanted to take it as a public bill. I personally disagreed. I made it known to His Excellency the President that this is an initiative of our people, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, civil society leaders. Ghanaians wanted this bill passed through private members' bill. And so be it. We'll process it as private members' bill. Now, the processes had finished, and as you know, it has to come back to the Speaker. You know, our rules have given what the Speaker is expected to do, which I will do before it can be laid in the House. That was not done. And so when it was put on the order paper, I queried it because you haven't heard from me according to the standing order. So that will be done before it's laid before the House. But because a lot of work has already been done, we think that it's going to have smooth process in the House because both sides of the House now support it, and His Excellency the President has given indication that he's ready and willing at any time that is passed by the House to assent to it. Honorable members, this language was proposed by me as the chairman of the Constitutional and Legal Committee. Initially, our laws were not passed that way, but the 1992 Constitution is clear in its rendition. We had to debate this as to how to couch the intro, or what we call the preamble of the bills. The preamble of the bills, which legally is termed the enacting formula of bills. There was a debate chaired by the then Speaker, D.F. Anang, and I had to propose this, and everybody was convinced, and it's been adopted since then. And that's why you have it. We always say passed by the Parliament of Ghana and assented to by the President. That was not the enacting formula. And I think it has worked for us. So please, hold your peace. It will come sooner than later. Civil society is getting restless again, but I want to assure them that they know my passion in this matter. And I want to get it properly passed so that implementation becomes easier. There are a few things that our attention has been drawn to, which we'll work on together here, so that when we pass the bill, it's a bill that is accepted by all, and we will definitely obey the prescriptions of the bill. So please, I thank you all for that to the bill.
And Mr. Speaker say, as it stands right now, dear, what they have to do right now, say, set it straight by passing the bill all over again. And here is the catch. At the current year, pass the bill no for nyina say. So pass the bill no for NPP force they are afraid say one sha na kwako yi name bi afrim na afibe wi ase no President Mahama will be able to sign the bill. So when he is able to sign the bill, it is going to look like say Akufo-Addo nene peso be dey obetimi sign the bill. Now as it stands right now, lawyer Samuel A. Jinapo, NP for Damango. Na asemo wo kan e say 8th parliament bibia ye no 8th parliament bia ye dead. It is not needed right now. Next year be review bibia for dia bill no LGBTQ plus bill no mo passing out during Akufo-Addo time no. Omo for the same thing famra. Any woman omo make sure say any woman be no woman be ni she ho. Si wo ho si ne wo honom said ye be ya ye be hu say eye no ane ye pass na ekoduru President Mahama nchen na adekora eso Akufo-Addo nza na antimi ama no pass bill no that time no ye be hwe say eno abetimi asan ahodi Mahama nsa ama na antimi anya dey pass bill na we will see what will happen. Enti Damango MP asemo where the all canon he was really emphasized on that part. Say omuko review there, they shouldn't take anything out because nobody needs to be what favored.
Thank you very much, right on, Speaker. The Speaker, I just want to respectfully observe that I listened to you very carefully when you were giving the guidance. The Speaker, because the matter that was dealt with in this House in your absence, which the majority leader invited you to clarify, was a matter of great concern to me. The Speaker, and I was very eager to pick your direction and guidance on the matter. The Speaker, you resolved two matters, as I understood it. The first one, the Speaker, you resolved the matter of whether or not the bill is pending, which therefore can be assented to by the President. And Mr. Speaker, you guided, you gave the direction that the 8th Parliament dissolve with all its uncompleted acts. And therefore, the bill which was passed in this House died with the 8th Parliament, no longer exists. Mr. Speaker, quite clearly, that position is in consonance with the position taken by the minority leader and this side of the House. And with the greatest respect to the majority leader, I'm sure the majority leader himself will concede that the position he articulated or submitted in respect of that particular matter is at variance with the guidance the Speaker rightly gave. Then the second one, Mr. Speaker, which is what the Honorable Sweeney spoke to. Mr. Speaker, you said there have been certain proposals to make the bill better, and which is what the minority leader pointed out, that if you have realized that the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament was not fit for purpose, and therefore, Mr. Speaker, and therefore you have found it necessary. The Speaker did not give specifics as to what are the specific proposals or variations to make the bill better. But the point the minority leader made is that there seems to be a certain concession that the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament was not fit for purpose, and therefore it has been revised for this 9th Parliament to consider it. So, Speaker, it will be very interesting for us to find out what are the specific areas which have been revised. Because, for example, Mr. Speaker, one of the contentious issues which came up in respect of that particular bill was the issue of human rights. Let me conclude, I'm guided, but let me just conclude, Speaker, by saying that let them bring the bill as it was and as was passed by the 8th Parliament in the same form and shape. Don't change it. Speaker, don't water it down. What the Ghanaian people want is to have a law which promotes good sexual conduct in Ghana and which prevents LGBTQ. Don't go and change the 8th Parliament bill. Don't go and water it down. Don't go and revise it and bring it to the 9th Parliament and have the President assent to it, assent to a bill which is not fit for purpose. We want the 8th Parliament bill for the 9th Parliament to consider. Verbatim, don't change
it. From what the Damango MP near the air cannon, and then me sitting back and then viewing the thing, and as a new boon, it looks as a passion kakra because a beer near what and maybe beer near when you may be one more. Fanny say, yes, a canano or Bema or Baby to me, Bema or Bema, intimate case or public. Maybe they can kiss in private. Maybe or Bema can't kiss in the public. They can kiss in private. And it is funny say, when things like this are amended and then to favor some people, what do you think say it will happen? It was going to be easy for President MAHAMA to be able to sign the bill. Very easy, I'm a President MAHAMA. I'm an sign the bill. It say as a kufu and then person be sign. President MAHAMA the way the best. That is what is really going to look like. If the Damango MP say, omun kono for the 8th Parliament, a treaty, you know, omun for the same one nanya day. And some family near the young can wasn't. At the end of the day, no, you better say, no, I'm a president, I could for the signing. And I said, President, who for the Nagasana, a pen one signing because LGBTQ, it has a lot of privileges from the Western powers. Intino, uko signing is here now because Abia, Ukrum, Yenya LGBTQ, Horma, Abia, na privilege be also or my Ninsakano or Ninsanya de Enka. So right now they are trying to find ways and means be a bit my favorite President MAHAMA. Maybe that is what they are trying to do. So that is what the MP of Damango was really emphasized on. But on a more serious note, Sir my na friend Minister of Communication, Honorable Sam Jata George, or a very wicked pa. Sam my didn't tell me because we very wicked near say, come on, Akufo the Moa Bem. Na ye betu abano, who make key statement be say, oh say MAHAMA be president. Na one pass it and I say one signing the bill for LGBTQ. Wo Honorable Sam George, who be Jinano Conswa President no Ukraine di Ukraine de. Say na wu chantro afedie obetna abano so and abetna akonya no so nesi ebusa LGBTQ ho asem dia. What you are saying is say NPP for na enyo masem. Omo ne pe and opo mo dealing with LGBTQ. Yenkone ko bisa mo. Ghana for me e was my way because I think say onye honest to himself and then even to Ghanaians. So that is what is really going on. Let's wait and see say if things are going to turn around and I say and turning around. But what do you think? Do you think say the NDC has to review the bill, and if they are going to review the bill, do you think that they should amend stuff by taking things out or keep it as it was back in Akufo-Addo time as a president? So let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Humble. Here's Tomline Studio. Peace out and I'm out.